Hey traders, welcome back to the Modest Money channel. In today's video, I'm comparing two of the best budgeting apps in the market, Simplify versus YNAB. I'll be getting into where each personal finance app shines, as well as where they need improvement. By the end of this video, you should know which one is right for you, and stick around for an exclusive discount link I'll be sharing later. Alright, let's start with YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. YNAB's all about proactive budgeting, with a structured approach that gives every dollar a job, while Simplify promises a blend of automation and flexibility that lets you manage your money on your own terms. By the end of this video, my goal is to help you figure out which app might be your perfect fit. Let's start with YNAB, which has gained a cult following for a reason. Personally, I love that YNAB isn't trying to do everything. It's not about tracking investments or being an all-in-one financial dashboard. It's purely focused on budgeting. And honestly, that focus makes it simple and straightforward if you're someone who wants to get serious about controlling your spending and building savings. YNAB was created back in 2004 by a guy named Jesse Meekum, who started with a simple spreadsheet to help him get his own finances in order. That original spreadsheet has now evolved into one of the most popular budgeting tools around. What I really appreciate about YNAB is that it pushes you to be intentional with your money. It's not just about seeing where your money went. It's about deciding where you want it to go before you spend it. That approach really forces you to prioritize what matters, whether that's getting out of debt, saving up for a dream vacation, or just giving yourself some breathing room financially. Now, on the other side, we have Quicken Simplifi, which might just be the new kid on the block, but comes from a brand that's been around for ages. I'm talking about Quicken. Yep, that Quicken. They've been helping people manage money since 1983, way back in the days of desktop software. So, when I heard they were creating a new app, I was intrigued. Simplify is basically their latest attempt to bring financial management into the mobile era, and honestly, I think they've done a great job adapting to what today's users need. Simplify is all about making things easy to track in real time. It syncs with all your accounts, lets you see all your transactions at a glance, and even helps you set up savings goals. The interface is modern and clean, and it's clear they've poured decades of experience into making a tool that feels accessible but still powerful. I think it's a smart move for anyone looking for a balance between automation and control. All right, let's talk about what actual users think of these apps. Starting with YNAB. I'll admit I was pretty impressed when I looked up You Need a Budget reviews. It has a whopping 4.8 out of 5 in the Apple App Store, with over 52,000 reviews. I mean, you don't see scores like that unless people are genuinely happy. A lot of users say YNAB has transformed their financial lives, going from living paycheck to actually having savings and feeling more in control. As evident from their high rating, most users love YNAB, but there were a few negative reviews I came across, and I get it. YNAB's system takes a bit of time to learn, and some folks mention that it can be an adjustment at first. Some users pointed out that the tutorials provided by YNAB don't meet their expectations. So if you aren't very tech-savvy, there will probably be a learning curve if you decide to use YNAB. Also, there were some reviews that mentioned users weren't happy with the pricing. Although the math in this particular review doesn't make sense to me, you can understand the basic sentiment. Some users aren't happy with the value delivered at that price point. I'll get into the pricing in a minute, but first, I want to get into some Simplify reviews. Over on the Apple App Store, Quicken Simplifi is holding its own, with a solid 4.2 out of 5 stars. A thing I kept seeing in Simplify reviews is how it does a great job at tracking recurring expenses, like bills and subscriptions. Users love that they can map out their entire month's income and bills, so they always know their estimated balance. Personally, I think this is brilliant. It's like having a little crystal ball that tells you where your money's headed. Overall, people are really happy with the balance Simplify strikes between automation and customization. The main complaint I found was with syncing issues. A few users reported that they have occasional issues syncing to their banks. Other users say the syncing works seamlessly. So I guess it really just depends on your bank. Although Simplify doesn't offer a free trial, they do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if your bank does have syncing issues, you can always get a full refund. All right, let's get into the heart of what YNAB offers, starting with a quick rundown of its famous 4-rule system, and then I'll talk about some of its unique features. YNAB's budgeting approach revolves around Rule 1, give every dollar a job, which is all about assigning each dollar to a specific purpose before you spend it. It forces you to be intentional, making you prioritize spending on what truly matters. Rule 2, embrace your true expenses, encourages you to plan ahead for those non-monthly expenses, like car repairs or holiday gifts, by setting aside a bit each month. Rule 3, roll with the punches, gives you flexibility by letting you adjust your budget when things don't go as planned. And finally, Rule 4, age your money aims to get you to the point where you're spending money you earned last month, creating some financial breathing room. Beyond these rules, YNAB includes a few features that make this budgeting app stand out, like goal tracking and a debt calculator. With goal tracking, you can set savings goals for specific things, like an emergency fund or a big purchase, and YNAB helps you track your progress. And if you're dealing with loans, YNAB's debt calculator can show you how extra payments could shorten your payoff timeline and save on interest. It's a nice visual motivator if debt payoff is a top priority for you. Another place where YNBA shines is in its educational resources. They offer a ton of workshops, tutorials, and free guides to help you get comfortable with budgeting. I'll give them credit here. The educational focus really makes YNAB unique and is helpful if you're just starting out or feel overwhelmed by budgeting. There's also an active online community where users share tips and experiences, which is a nice touch for beginners. But honestly, this feature is something you might use once when you're getting started, whereas Simplifi's features feel more helpful in day-to-day budgeting. Now, let's talk about Simplifi's standout features and why I think it edges out YNAB as the better app overall. First, Simplifi's spending plan is incredibly straightforward and flexible. You start by entering your income, and the app calculates your spending allowance after factoring in fixed expenses and savings goals. It gives you a real-time number for what you have left to spend. No need to stress over adjusting categories like you might with YNAB. If you're someone who likes knowing exactly what's safe to spend on a daily basis, this feature is a lifesaver. Simplifi also has fantastic savings goals tracking, which is similar to YNAB's, but feels easier to integrate into your budget without as much manual adjustment. You can set multiple goals, whether it's an emergency fund, a vacation, or a new gadget, and track your progress in real time. Simplifi even suggests how much more you could save monthly to hit your target faster. This automated approach makes saving a lot simpler, whereas with YNAB, I found I had to be a bit more hands-on to get the same kind of overview. Another feature I love in Simplifi is its spending alerts and watch lists. This lets you set custom alerts for different spending categories, so you get a gentle reminder if you're nearing your limit in a specific area, like dining out or entertainment. For me, this feature is perfect for keeping impulse spending in check. YNAB doesn't offer this kind of built-in notification, so you're left to monitor spending manually, which can be a hassle if you're someone who prefers a more hands-off approach. Finally, Simplifi's real-time syncing and easy-to-read visual reports give you a clear snapshot of your finances without any extra work on your part. The app pulls in all your transactions from your connected accounts and categorizes them automatically, displaying everything in simple charts and graphs. This makes budgeting feel way less intimidating and more like a quick financial check-in. With YNAB, you'll need to do a bit more manual work to get this level of overview. In terms of pricing, YNAB charges $14.99 per month or $109 per year, which breaks down to $9.08 per month. They also offer a 34-day free trial. Simplifi, on the other hand, is cheaper at $5.99 per month, but billed annually, costing $71.88 for the year. Plus, check out my 50% off link in the description, which will get your Quicken Simplifi cost down to only $2.99 for you. Simplifi also has a 30-day money-back refund, which gives you plenty of time to see if it's a good fit without committing. So, I think because of the overall functionality and lower price point, Simplifi offers a better value. Now, if you are interested in zero-based budgeting and have a bit more money to pay, YNAB is also a great financial app. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future reviews. And if you're ready to give Simplifi a try, don't forget to use the link in the description to get that 50% discount. There is also a link for an extended trial for YNAB if you decide to go that route. Thanks for watching.